Michael, what are your biggest bugbears with PropTech? Talk to me.
As a director of a PropTech company, which is TechLet, gets his advert in
Hey,
here. I'm actually a great believer in technology. We all know the stories about technology that's been developed to solve problems that don't exist. You know, that's a much hackneyed phrase now, but it's also true.
Yes.
So I think there is some great technology out there, and undoubtedly it's not going to go away, et cetera, et cetera. I think a lot more of it could be more joined up than it is. So you don't want 10 versions of things, and you know, and the TechLet product works with APIs and joins things up, and that's got to be the way that it goes. But I don't think, you know, at the end of the day, PropTech still has a user, either the consumer or the agent or both. And again, in taking a decision as to what somebody uses, the business really needs to analyse where it is, where the holes are, is there a better way of doing something? And agents often follow the herd. So, you know, you've got one or two of the bigger sort of CRM providers, spend a lot of money on advertising, getting their name out there, have got a decent reputation or whatever, and people go with it because somebody else has gone with it. And that's fine, that's good marketing from the point, but it may not be solving the issues for the the particular agent. They may not need that solution.
I mean, let's be frank, there are 5-7 big CRMs, and you look at some of the prop techs and you think to yourself, if the CRMs just took that element and plugged it into their own, it would make it fantastic. Do you think it's the responsibility of the CRMs to make their products better?
Well, I think the CRMs, you know, again, they've been around in terms of prop tech in our industry. They're probably the longest established parts of the of the business, and therefore there's an element of, well, you know, we've got the customer, we're there, and whatever. Then you've got the upstarts coming along and doing things differently. If you were starting with a clean sheet of paper, yes, you'd have more of a sort of a joined up solution. I'm sure over the coming years we'll see more and more of the CRM companies and that working with others, but also they're scared about losing their ground. Yes. And if you introduce better and better prop tech, okay, so that you improve product, which is all about improving productivity, that means you don't need so many licenses.
Less money.
So if you're a PropTech company that sells your product based on the number of licenses you sell, and there's something else there that would be great, but it means you only need half the licenses, they need to be rethinking their models. So I think we're in a period of change, and it will change, but we're not there yet.
I talk to a lot of people who set themselves up as PropTech influencers or commentators, and I find their attitude quite aloof towards UK estate agents themselves. Have you found that?
Yes and no, but then I find that in every area of every business. You know, I mean, I'm a business mentor, consultant, hired hand, whatever you want to call me. Every time a company, you know, kicks out its middle management or whatever, there's another 10 of us in the marketplace. So, you know, that's a competitive field. And that's why people really need to do some analysis as to who they want to work with, who they're going to trust. Obviously, some of these people have sprung out of these companies, understandably, so you need to make sure that they are, if you like, independent, if that's the position that they're trying to hold. But I'm a great believer in, you know, taking advice from people who know more than I do. I mean, why wouldn't you want to do that? But I do think you have to be careful about who you're listening to.
A final thought to estate agents and letting agents out there on looking at PropTech and deciding what works and what doesn't.
I think you need to know what you're looking to achieve from your business, what you're doing now, what are the gaps or the areas that could be improved, and if you improve them, what difference would it make? And then, if there's a solution that fills those gaps and it does that, then clearly it's worth looking at. A lot of people just bolt something on, use a fraction of the capability of it. I mean, we all use Microsoft, for example, you know, Word or Excel. I mean, I probably use 5% of the capability, if that, I should think of those products. It's not too different with the CRMs. So why pay for something if you don't need
it's like
it?
they buy a Ferrari and use a Fiesta.
Correct. You know, so there's a lot of good stuff there, but you do need to sort the wheat from the chaff.
Guys, if you feel that this video would help any of your fellow negs, managers or directors, please share it with them. And Michael, thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers.